Hi guys, I want to talk about knives that I use that I think are the best to use for skinning and deboning. How do you say it? Dressing an animal. So when you, my English is shit, so bear with me again. When you shoot an animal, you have to take the guts out, and you have to uh, take the skin off, and then you have to take the meat off the bone. So when I started hunting, I like to use the knife. This is here just for for a clickbait. This is not usable for that purpose. I mean, you could use it, but it would not be very fun experience. This is too big of a knife, too sharp point, and it would be a real mess. Maybe you could use this to break a bone or something, but yes, you can use it to make a to split it in half near the spine, but for skinning, for gutting the pig, this would be a real mess. You don't want to use this. When I started out, I was using a knife that I had with me in my hunt. So I had a knife on my belt, and I would use that hunting knife to finish a pig all the way. And I realized that it's much better to use a real butcher's knives. These are the butcher's knives. They are not expensive. You can buy it in almost any store. This is some kind of a Turkish brand, Pirge, doesn't matter, nothing special, but it's a purpose-made knife. So this is a great knife for deboning. It's a flexible knife, not too flexible. This one is a little more flexible, so you can clean out the bone from the meat really well with this. It's a light knife, and it's really cheap, so you don't have to worry about making it dirty and full of pig's blood and shit and piss and hair and everything. And this is a knife that is great for skinning. So this is a great skinner because it's got a big rounded blade, and it's really good for skinning. This one is good to when you have the big chunks of meat to split in half or something. This is more of a finishing knife. But for start, when you have to, first you have to take the legs off. You can do it with this. You open up the belly. You have to be a little careful because of this pointy blade. Maybe you can open a belly with a hunting hook, you know, those knives that have a hook, or something like, I don't know, this Victorinox has this hook, so you can use it to cut open a belly if you're afraid to puncture the intestines and bladder and that shit. That's you really want to avoid that. But you can do it with this knife. You just have to puncture a little hole and then use your fingers to guide the blade so you don't puncture intestines and gut with the blade. And after that, when you take the gut out of an animal, this is very handy. You can skin with this on tight places. Then on the larger chunks, you can use this. It goes really nice, really fast. It's a thin blade. And what's most important, these knives, I don't remember what I paid this. It's really really inexpensive, like maybe $10-20 for a knife, and you can later throw it in the washing machine, dish machine, how do you call that? and just wash it, and you don't care because it's plastic handle, it's hygienic, it's clean. You just sharpen it, and you can sharpen it while you're you can hone it on the steel while you're doing what you're doing. So this is my number one choice for that stuff. If you have this knife, I also used Moras. This is something similar. It's not expensive. It's just this one is not flexible, so it's not as good as this for that task. But this is also a very good knife. You can clean it up later. It's plastic sheet. You won't get that if you get the crap, the blood and all that crap on the knife, and you put it in the sheet, you can just wash it off, and no, it's not a big deal. Also, this cold steel, what is this, mini Pendleton Light Hunter, something like that. It's also very nice. This one is even better than the Mora. It's a little thinner and it's got that little belly, and it's nice. Also, excuse me, it's also not expensive, so you don't have to worry about it. Just a second. So if you use, I've made this mistake once. I bought this Victorinox that is somewhat a hunter's knife because it got this gut hook. You know, this is not sharp. The tip is not sharp, and the rest is very sharp. And I bought this, and I was very excited. Oh, this is nice. And when I got a hog, I said to myself, I'm gonna use this, and this is nice to to cut open a belly. But when I started to use the knife to clean, to take the skin off and to clean the rest of the pig, you can just imagine all that shit came inside of here and here. This knife was disgusting, and it took me a lot of time to clean it up, open everything up, and use a cotton swab and warm water and soap, and because if you leave a piece of meat inside, it's gonna start stinking like shit. And I said to myself, I'm only gonna use this if I really don't have any other knife at hand. So no more. I don't wanna clean this ever again, because it's not really simple. It's much more simple to clean these knives. And this knife, okay, I guess if you have to use it, if you have no other option, you can use it really well, really well. But I wouldn't use it again. So one other thing, I think I said what I wanted to say, the most important thing, because most of the time when I hunt, I'm gonna finish the hunt by taking the pig with my car to a place where I'm gonna clean that pig. So I have this in my car. I have a plastic apron for me to not get all bloody. I have those nitrile gloves, and that's really nice to use these. I guess if you got in the situation where you kill a big hog far away from the car, and you have to drag the big hog to the car, it can be really difficult. I don't know if I have to drag the last one that I dragged was some 70 kilos, and I dragged it maybe half a mile to my car, and I was fucking tired. So if I can imagine if I kill the hog that weighs maybe 100 kilos, I don't know if I would be able to. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not a huge guy. I don't think I would be able to by myself drag it to the car. And 100 kilos, it would be very difficult to put it in the trunk. So I would take the gut out, maybe even the head, and it would be almost 50% lighter. So, but I don't know. That's the only time when I would maybe use this knife again. If I only if I have to. One other thing I wanted to mention, I have a couple of knives that have nice leather sheath. Don't use the knife for that. Don't gut a pig with that knife that is really nice, and later you put that dirty bloody knife in that nice leather sheath. You're gonna mess it up, and you cannot just wash it off. So I don't know. It's nice to have a nice knife and nice leather sheath when you're going hunting, but if you can use something that is more practical for that application. This is okay. This is okay. This is not okay. But I must admit I never tried to use this. I can only imagine what that would look like, but maybe I will try next time. Okay, guys, I'm just a little rambling, so if you have an idea on another subject, suggest it. Bye bye.